I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not about to record. It's Monday. I lost, and I was not about to record this loss. I'm being honest. Mainly because I'm pissed at myself. I'm not really in a good mood based off what I just did. But at the end of the day, this trade, like, you got to be real with yourself, right? And if I'm not real with myself, I don't know who else gonna be. I can't lie to myself. I can't be like, you know what I'm saying, it's okay, because it's not okay. I did something stupid today, and like, I'm laughing right now, but I'm so fucking pissed at myself, bro. I'm so pissed because I'm better than this. I know better than this. And today I was a little too confident, and the fucking market humbled me, man. Like, it humbled me. And I'm saying this, I'm really posting this for myself, but then I also posting this because I want to be as authentic and as real and as transparent as possible when it comes to these videos. Again, I was not about to post, but I'm just thinking, like, why not show them I'm human? Why not show them I lose? Why not show them I still have those days where I do stupid shit, bro? Like, I'm not all the way there yet. I'm very much so at a point where I'm profitable, but I'm not all the way there yet as far as not doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as not taking L's, not being overconfident, because that's exactly what happened today. Overconfident, and I got humbled. The market said, fuck your confidence. Excuse my language. And I'm going to show you guys this breakdown. It's still going to be a breakdown, but at the end of the day, lesson learned is, 1, take your win, walk away. 2, don't get too high on your highs, because that's literally what happened. I got too high on my highs. I took a second setup, and I blew a PA account. Now I got more, right? So I'm not too mad, but at the same time, I'm mad at how I lost, right? I'm not, because if I would have lost this by following my plan, I can't be mad. But I lost this account by doing something stupid, by being too overconfident, by over trading, by being greedy, all of those things, right? I won my first trade, and again, I'm gonna show you guys. I won my first trade, and I'm like, ooh, we up a nice little amount. I could go a little bit higher on my risk today to try to, because I'm confident in this trade, to try to, you know what I'm saying, put myself in a position where I might not have to trade the rest of the week. Bro, I lost that shit, bro. And I'm so mad I lost that account. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna show y'all how I lost this account. Majority of it was here and not so much the trade, but this just goes to show you how important it is to stay level-headed no matter what. Even when you winning, stay level-headed, bro. And I'm telling myself this now because I'm not gonna do this shit again. This won't hurt. To lose a PA account off this shit, I'm not doing this shit again, bro. Like, take my win and I'm walking away. You know what I'm saying? Take my L, walk away. Like, any of those situations, I gotta hold myself accountable, just like I would hold you guys accountable if you were trading with me, right? I'm not perfect. I don't, you know what I'm saying, aspire to be perfect, but also I want to be as real as possible. I want to be authentic as possible, and that's why I'm showing you guys this breakdown. So let me stop yapping, you know what I'm saying? Let me stop yapping and let me show you guys how I lost this trade and ultimately losing a PA account as a result. All right, so let's get into it. All right, guys, as you can see, I have these trades still up as far as the win that I had and the loss that I had. So let's just do a breakdown of why I took each one, and then what happened, and then my mindset about taking this particular trade and why I shouldn't have versus, you know what I'm saying, was it a good setup, was it not, all of those things. So let's start off with the daily time frame. On a daily time frame, I'm seeing that price at this particular point, price has swept these lows, right? So we got to this point where we swept some sell side liquidity sitting here. So sell side liquidity. And then at this point, I'm like, okay, I know we're going to retrace back up into a premium in order to come back down, or some sort of fair value gap in order to come back down, right? So I can't sell right now just because we're so low, and we just took sell side liquidity. I'm not selling after we take sell side liquidity. I'm not doing that unless we close below, and even then we still have to retrace back up, you know what I mean, and then give me an entry to come down. So I'm like, okay, today's option is probably only going to be buys if the opportunity presents itself. So I go down to the 4 hour, same structure. We took sell side liquidity, and I'm seeing this little pattern right here. And I don't know if you guys see this often, but anytime I see this, and it's not even a pattern, I just see this particular thing happen where we come up and make like itty bitty, like higher low or lower high, and then we come back down, right? And then we instantly come back up. Like this right here tells me we're probably about to shift like some structure to come up, which is good in a higher time frame because we would be coming up into a premium in order to sell back down. But anytime I see this where we make like small structure shifts like this, and then we instantly have a lot of buying pressure right after, or if it's, you know, we're buying and we have a lot of selling pressure right after, whatever it is, I tend to not like this, right? I tend to want to either find buying opportunities if we're doing this, or if it's the opposite, find selling opportunities. So I see that and I'm like, okay, I definitely kind of want to see more buys at this point. I want price to come back up for me to sell. So then I go to the 1 hour, and at this particular point we are here. We are at, this is around 7 a.m., almost 8 o'clock, around the time where I would get into a trade. This 8 o'clock time is when I actually got into that trade. So I see we didn't sweep any lows, so we took sell side liquidity on a higher time frame. But if I were thinking, okay, we're about to shift structure even on the lower time frame, and we're probably just gonna buy all the way, I would want to see price come down, right? Like it did, come down, then come up, swipe the low, and then break structure, right? But we didn't do that. We just made kind of like a double bottom and then broke minor structure on the lower time frame. So overall, I'm still bearish, but I want to see price go up higher before we sell. So for me, my only opportunity today, because we're not at a premium or some sort of equilibrium of that higher time frame move, this sell right here, I'm just gonna look for buys for now, if again the opportunity presents itself. So for me, around this 8 o'clock time, I don't see any on the 15 minute, because that's where I start. I don't see any fair value gaps or any, like, I see a huge push up, so a displacement up, but I don't see an opportunity for it to come down on the 15 minute or any 15 minute fair value gaps, right? So I go down to the 5 minute, and I do see a 5 minute fair value gap and a shift of structure on the 5 minute. So this is my market structure shift here. That's my market structure shift, right? It closed above this high. So I'm like, okay, we're probably going to want to come and take some sort of liquidity. First area of interest would be here. So all I need is for price to come down into a fair value gap or some sort of order block, and then I would buy back up. What did we do? We came down, and this is right at that 8 o'clock time, so there's a lot of volume right now, and it's perfect to take it on up. We came down, and I got in aggressive just because of this wick. This wick was like, I don't know, to me, I would usually wait till here to get in, but because of this particular wick, I'm like, I want to get in if it's rejecting this fair value gap that much. And then of course my stop loss would be under these lows. I didn't put it here just because this particular candle here doesn't have a wick. So price could come down there and make that wick, right? So I don't want to put it there. I want to put it like somewhere in this area. Just give price a little bit of wiggle room. So this was a pretty easy one, right? Price gave me a market structure shift, came down into fair value gap, rejected, and then my target was these highs, or some sort of liquidity. Easy, right? I won, and I'm like, that's the easiest trade. Like, it took 10 minutes for this to play out. So what happens? I get cocky. I be like, okay, that was easy. It's not even 9 o'clock. It's just 8:10 at this point, Central Time. So I'm like, I could actually, you know what I'm saying, take another high probability play if it shows itself, and we're gonna rack it up. So my dumb ass is like, okay, if I get some rejection at some sort of liquidity and then a market structure shift, I'm going to take some sells because we have all this liquidity, right? And I'm like, I don't know if price is going to come all the way up here anytime soon. It might want to take some liquidity first before going up there. So I had already had in my mind that, all right, I've seen this rejection. We're rejecting 3 times. It's time to sell. I had already had it in my mind. I didn't think about anything else, which is horrible, right? To have one way of thinking the whole time, right? To have one bias the whole time. Like, you can have an overall bias, but to stick to that even when things aren't looking the way you need it to look, now that is bad. That is where you start to get a little bit overconfident, a little bit too stuck in your ways, and how you can how you can ultimately lose. And that's what happened to me today. One, I had already won, right? And I was getting too cocky, and I'm like, I want to take another trade. It's only 8:10. It's only been 10 minutes. I'm up a lot of money right now, so I can risk a lot. Red flag number 2, right? So red flag number 1, being cocky, want to take another trade. Red flag number 2, wanting to risk more just because I'm up. Don't do that shit, bro. Do not do this shit. And I'm talking to myself as I'm saying this, but I should not have done that. Why? Because I'm at the risk of me over leveraging and losing everything. Not only losing everything that I won, but also potentially, which actually end up happening, losing an account. Now, I think at this point I'm up maybe like 3K on the day, and I'm like, I could risk 2.5, you know what I'm saying, and I still be up for the day. It'll just be a minor win, right? And I'm okay with that. I shouldn't have been okay with that. But let's go into why I took this sell, right? So in my brain, because I'm so, you know what I'm saying, biased on the sales at this point, we're right at that previous day low, right? So we're above that previous day low. We've taken out some on a higher time frame. It looks like liquidity, right? We've taken out some liquidity. We've given ourselves a bearish candle close, right? So we're probably about to sell. No, we did not sell at all. This is where I made my mistake. So I saw this market structure shift here. It was a minor market structure shift in this area. And then I'm like, okay, I just need price to come up and give me some sort of inkling that we want to sell, right? Retrace back a little bit and then give me some sort of inkling. So when we got this retracement, I'm like, damn, like, I don't know, we're high. I don't know if we want to particularly sell, but because I'm so biased, I saw this like engulfing candle, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's time to sell. Like, we're definitely going to hit these lows. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm not dumb. I just got overconfident and I got humbled. But I end up, as you can see, I end up taking this sell off that break of that candle, which is in my plan. Wait for the engulfing or displacement, which it wasn't displacement, but it was engulfing, and then get in off the break of that candle and then I just got murdered. Like it just went all types of ways. I come here, baby. Sorry, y'all. Go sit down. Go sit down. But yeah, as you can see, I lost because I was risking a lot more of my account, and I was so like, not only did I risk more, but I also added more positions as price was going into like a little bit of drawdown, just because I saw this small fair value gap that it left after that engulfing. So when price got here and I'm seeing a little bit of rejection, I added another position, which in turn doubled my risk, right? It wasn't a small position either. I doubled my risk, which means I was gonna lose about $5,000. If you don't know, on Apex, it's not, we have this trailing drawdown, right? So even though I was up, because I was already up a certain amount, I only have to make or go $6,000 below that to lose the account, right? So that's because I'm already up, and I'm doubling my risk right now, more than I'm up, which is crazy, just because I was super confident, at this point cocky, about this particular trade. And as you can see, I went on tilt, and I was just like, this is either gonna hit my stop loss or not. I'm like oh, I'm so frustrated. Either way go, guys, you can see I lost. Lesson learned for me, not to get too cocky, not to get too high on my highs or too low on my lows, and stop doing the dumb shit that I should be past at this point, right? I know I'm not perfect, but once I had this win, I should have been done for the day. Yeah, I should have been done for the day, and that's not what happened. I decided to take another trade, losing, and then in turn losing my accounts. And as you can see, I'm going to show you guys, because I am transparent. I'm going to show you guys. I lost this account, $5,000. No more trailing drawdown. And once you go under that trailing, you're done. You're done. So again, I have more PA accounts, right? It's just one. Luckily, I just decided to trade this one today. But so I'm good. I'm probably gonna not trade any PA accounts. I'm just gonna trade challenge accounts from here on out until maybe I get I don't know, maybe a couple more days, and then I'll go back to the PA account. So I'm gonna give myself a little bit of time just to sit on this loss, just go back to the challenge accounts, continue doing rinse, wash, and repeat, and stop doing this dumb shit. So lesson learned, guys. I hope this helped. As far as this was a trade breakdown, but it was also more so just being transparent with you guys. I wasn't going to show you guys this, but I want to be as authentic as possible, and that means not just showing you guys the good, but also showing you guys the bad. So we got tomorrow. It's just Monday, so we're gonna come back tomorrow, and we're gonna do, you know what I'm saying, rinse, wash, repeat, like I said before, trade our system and walk away from the charts with our first L or first win, preferably, and be okay with it. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.